Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a satisfying declutter video for you guys. There are a couple of spots in my home that I really wanted to tackle, and luckily once I started, it gave me motivation to continue. So if you guys like to see these, there are a couple of other areas I need to tackle. For instance, my son's stuffed animals. If you guys like these, please like, subscribe, or just let me know in the comments below and I will make more of them. Surprise, surprise, I am in my robe again. And today I decided to start out in my kitchen, specifically my spice cabinet. I'm not sure about you guys, but my spice cabinet gets out of control really quickly. I forget what spices I have, what spices have expired, and I'll buy more, and they expire a lot quicker than I think. For instance, I thought that I was gonna start going through this cabinet and really not be able to get rid of anything at all, but I was totally wrong. Another reason I wanted to tackle this cabinet as well is because I have sticky or oily things in there like olive oil. I think I even had some molasses, honey, things like that. So I really needed to not only clean it out, but also give the shelves a good wipe down as well. Not sure what you guys like to do while you clean or declutter. I usually listen to music, but on this night I was actually listening to an audiobook by Rachel Hollis called Girl, Wash Your Face, and I can't say enough great things about this book. It's funny and it's so real, so if you need some motivation, I highly recommend this book. Once I decide what hasn't expired and what's okay to keep, I throw everything else away, and then I start going through another shelf where I did donate a spice rack that we've had for a while that we've never used. I think I am going to get a Lazy Susan to actually go on the shelf of my spices just to make it a little easier to find those. I decided against using the spice rack just because I can't keep track of when the spices do expire. While I'm in the middle of all of this, I noticed that our olive oil container that we keep on the counter is empty, so I decided to go ahead and fill that as well. Can you guys tell my husband loves hot sauce? I mean, insanely hot sauce. One of our favorite YouTube shows is Hot Ones, and some of these sauces are actually based on that show. You guys should definitely check out Hot Ones, so I'll go ahead and link it down below if you want to check it out. Okay, I was really satisfied with the spice cabinet and motivated to move on to my cabinet that contains a lot of cleaners and stuff like that underneath my sink. This is another cabinet that I was thinking there was no way I could find anything to get rid of, and it was so full and it was so annoying that every time I would try to open it, I couldn't find anything. So fingers crossed that we can do something good in this one as well. I started out here by taking everything out and putting it in a pile. So there would be a pile for trash or a pile for cleaning items that I didn't use anymore that I could donate. And then there was also a pile of random things like plant things or things that I would use to clean our grill or things like that that would belong in an outside storage closet. Speaking of moving items from this cabinet to an outside storage closet, do you guys also feel like a lot of your cleaning is moving items from a room they don't belong in to the room they do belong in? Whether it's papers that need to be filed or your kids' toys, whatever. I feel like I can tidy up so much of my house in 10 minutes by just taking things to the spot they belong. Something else I managed to somehow collect a ton of, and I have no idea how, are flower vases. So I had a lot of those that I just wrapped up in plastic bags and I actually dropped them at Goodwill. It was insane how many of these I was able to get rid of and how much room it made just by getting rid of those. I mentioned in a prior cleaning tips video that I keep a bag of rags handy for cleaning purposes. That's actually what's in this bag under my sink. I use them for dusting, cleaning mirrors, wiping down countertops, everything. I feel like it saves me money because I'm not using paper towels, and I can wait a bit to wash them, which saves water as well because I have so many of them to choose from. I will link that cleaning tips video down below if you guys are interested. Did you guys see how gross and dusty it was under that cabinet? It was so satisfying to get it cleaned. Finally got everything cleaned out there, and I start wiping everything down as I put it back in. Liam finally decided to make an appearance after hanging out upstairs with his dad. How do you guys get cleaning and decluttering done with kids? I know usually if I'm doing something in his room, I'll need to wait until he's gone to his grandparents, especially when I tackle those stuffed animals. But other than that, he's pretty good about just watching a show or playing outside, something like that. But when he does come around, if I'm doing other things, he's usually really helpful. He'll go get me something to wipe something down with, he'll go get me a trash bag, things like that, which makes it really easy to get things done. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, once I wrapped up with that, I got really motivated, so I came home the next day and decided to tackle the cabinet in my bathroom and the cabinet in Liam's bathroom, and here we are starting out in Liam's bathroom. I actually did this one at night while he was in the bath. My husband and I alternate who does bath and bedtime each night, and this night was my night, but I thought it would be a great time to do two things at once. I was tackling the cabinet while also in there just having a talk with him about his day. This cabinet I use to store a lot of things like beach towels. I keep random toiletries that we get from hotels, and I also keep nail polish and things of mine. So I started out by going through our towels. There are some towels in there that Liam has had since he was little that just don't make sense for us to keep anymore, so I got rid of those. I also tackled those toiletries and got rid of a lot of those, specifically like small toothpaste that expire, stuff like that. We also have a ton of toothbrushes, as you'll see. We use the Sonicare electric toothbrushes, but every time we go to the dentist, they keep giving us these toothbrushes. So I actually pass some of those on to my mom, and I keep some too because I love to clean with those. Liam will occasionally use a different toothbrush as well, like he has a Star Wars lightsaber one. My niece is a dental assistant and she'll occasionally bring him cool ones. But I'm telling you guys, using toothbrushes for detail work to clean your house is a huge win in my book. Maybe I'll have my husband clean our baseboards with a toothbrush in the upcoming spring cleaning video. He still owes me some cleaning, you guys. We have lots of dental floss here too. I promise we floss our teeth. My husband and I do anyway. Liam uses something else to floss for kids. But if you guys have any hacks to use the dental floss, I'd love to hear them. Like I did downstairs in the kitchen, I used this time to restock anything that was out, and we have this cute little monster that holds Liam's floss, so I decided to take this time to restock that too. And here is the after for Liam's cabinet. Last but not least is my bathroom cabinet. This is one where I just absolutely knew I wasn't going to be able to get rid of much, and I was right. I usually do a pretty good job of keeping everything where I can access it in here. There are a couple of things that I want to do to make things a little easier to get to or a little more organized, like maybe a holder for the door to hang my hair dryer, just things like that. As always, I'd love to know what you guys do to keep your cabinets more organized, especially if you don't have a ton of storage. When they were building our home, we were supposed to have a double vanity, so 2 sets of cabinets. But during the building process, they changed the layout of the homes and we were only getting a single vanity. So while it makes it a little easier to store some things, that extra cabinet space would have been very nice. That is it for this video, y'all. I hope it gave you some motivation to declutter. We're getting into spring and it's so satisfying for me to open the windows, turn on music, and clean and declutter. I do have a spring deep cleaning video coming next weekend where my husband will be helping. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else you want to see. You can also find me on Instagram pretty regularly too, so I'll link that down below. See you next week.